Okay, we are set up to go. Hello, juicing animals. This is our weekly coaching call. Thank you for being here. And thank you for your patience with adjusting the format that we do these calls on. I am excited to get back to GoToMeeting and have this kind of functionality at least, and be able to interact with you guys a little bit more. The one thing I am going to miss from the GoToMeetings or the Google Hangouts is having you guys actually live on here, meaning like your faces pop up. But at least I can see you guys over on the side there and interact and bring you on via audio for sure. So you guys can raise your hand and I'll unmute you if you guys want to ask a direct question. I love doing that personally. And I will most likely do that to minimally a couple of you over there since I see you over there. I enjoyed getting some of your questions with the registration. We'll be doing that from here on out. So every time you register, whether you can make the call or not, you'll get the replay, but you also have an opportunity to ask a question directly right there. And I will show you guys that I get a nice little report of each of those, okay? So super handy for us, which we like. Okay, in the meantime, let's get rolling. Today's primary coaching topic is going to be on detoxing before you detox. So basically how to set up yourself for success even before you do an alpha reset or a beta breakthrough or jump into juice cycling or anything like that. So I really want to touch on some really good tools and strategies for preventing the kind of uncomfortable detoxing symptoms that we all have encountered in the past or potentially will encounter, and how we can set ourselves up for success even before we embark on that juicing journey. Pardon me. I am Coach May. I am one of the directors here at the Fit Life TV coaching office. I help with program development and our membership. So you'll see a lot of me. If this is your first call, welcome. You can anticipate lots more of these. So every single week we host one of these on Friday. We're hoping to adjust the timing soon to give you guys some more opportunities to be on these calls live if you can. I know a lot of you guys work. Obviously it's 11 a.m. Pacific time. I know that's 2 p.m. Eastern time, and everywhere in between. So it's an unusual time, but it tends to work best, and it has frequently in the past. So that's why I always kept it this way. But we'd love to open it up for more opportunities for you guys to get on the calls live. Thank you everyone for being here live. I know it was short notice. Just posted the new format this morning for the GoToMeeting rather than the Google Hangout. So I'm excited to get your guys' questions directly answered. Those that are on the call. Anyone listening in, I think you can actually get the iPhone app or the smartphone app for GoToMeeting and participate really easily that way too. So you can type in your questions, stuff like that. So if you guys are watching the replay because you weren't able to make it for the reason that you weren't by your computer, know that you guys can actually get the app downloaded now too. So get that on your smartphone or tablet or whatever's handy and get to have fun that way. So anyways, yeah, I'd love to invite everyone on the call to ask questions below, and I'm going to get your questions answered anyways via the call for everyone that asked them beforehand. Okay, so let's get going. We had a great question right here from Mary. She says, I'm on day 17 of a juice fast to reset my taste buds, detox from sugar, dairy, etc. I want to lose weight. I feel great, and my sleep, I'm guessing, has improved. Now, Mary, I know you're on here right now. Go ahead and ask, or just continue that question. Looks like I got chopped off. I'd love to hear what the rest of that question was. Besides the obvious amazing work, and I want to say great job initially. That's awesome. You're definitely detoxing your taste buds. I'd love to hear a little bit more about what you're experiencing for sure. So type in your question right below if you can. I'd love to hear that. Chris asked, what juicer should I use when mine dies? Chris, this is a great question. We will be talking a bit about juicers for sure. Definitely one of the things that I always tell clients to look at first off is their juicing needs. So when they're trying to select a juicer, there's a couple different kinds. Obviously, the primary two categories are a slow juicer and a fast juicer, masticating and centrifugal. So let's step back and just look at what you want the juicer for. If you're someone that generally doesn't have much time, if that's a limitation in your transformation process, I would totally recommend a fast juicer just for the simple fact that you're going to get more juicing in and be able to actually drink your juice, right? So what happens too commonly is people just go for what they believe is the absolute best juicer. And yeah, that's probably a slower juicer because you get more nutrition from the actual vegetables that you're juicing, but it may take way too long to juice those vegetables. So that makes sense. So basically, they sacrifice the actual practical implementation of juicing, so they don't actually get all that benefit. So what I would definitely recommend is evaluating, what kind of time you have to juice, and then look at the different models for that reason. So if generally you are someone that's just going to do a wham bam quick juice running out the door kind of thing, I'd totally recommend getting not a masticating juicer, because masticating juicers do take a lot longer. Okay, so definitely consider that for sure. So your actual purpose for juicing, your time constraints, stuff like that, and then of course your financial commitment to that juicer. How much money do you want to spend on a juicer? There's really decent juicers that are under $100. You can find them at Costco. You can find them at a lot of different stores. And yeah, they're not the best juicer, but again, the juicer that you're going to be able to use is by far the most important thing that that you can focus on. So. Looking at prices, there's lots of Jack LaLanne, Breville's, things in the mid $100 to $200 range, and that's something that I would totally recommend. So looking at, what are you able to actually commit to financially, and then also practically, are you going to use a super slow juicer, or does it make sense to actually get a faster one? So hopefully that answers your question, Chris. At FitLife, we are looking at models for juicers, so there will be one coming out ASAP. We definitely want to, give you guys the best possible, and that's been something that has held us up in the production of making our own FitLife juicer until this point, for sure. So why you've seen so much hesitation with creating our own juicer line is because we really want to give you guys the best juicer possible. So we've been testing out a lot. As you guys know, we've previously promoted the Jack LaLanne, the J Cordage Power Grind Pro, which is actually the juicer that I have, and I love it. I'd love to see what kind of juicers you guys have. If you guys type in below right here, type in what kind of juicer do you guys use? What juicer do you currently have? Yeah, go ahead and type down in there. You see the little chat box down below. I'd love to hear what kind of juicer everyone uses on this call currently. I know like I was saying, previously promoted the Power Grind Pro. It looks like Shannon has a Breville. Breville's really, really good. Jack LaLanne's are great. We just started checking out the Covings juicer, which is pretty cool. It works well, but the fountain is kind of the mouth is kind of small. Krista, looks like you got the Jack LaLanne's power juicer. It's a really good one, right? Well, what do you guys like about it? Like, what's the one thing that you guys look for in a juicer? For me, it's ease of the actual process of juicing. Generally, I'm in and out of the house real quick, and although I would love to say that I prioritize quality over anything, I really prioritize getting my juice in. So if I'm running in and out of the house, I want to make sure that at least I get that in. So my favorite, honestly, is the Power Grind Pro, because it's fast, it's easy to clean, it makes a lot of juice, so it's simple, right? So for me, that's my most important kind of important characteristic that I'm looking for in a juicer. Yeah, Shannon says fast and quick to clean up, for sure. So I mean, Breville's are awesome. They're a little higher quality generally than the Power Grind Pro. So what I use. So you're doing great, but and you're all going to see great results no matter what juicer you're using, as long as you're juicing, right? But knowing kind of which direction to upgrade to, I guess, is an important thing to evaluate. And definitely, we're going to give you guys as much information for that as possible through this transformation journey. So we're hoping to give you guys a lot of direction, in other words. If someone has a lot of time, and a lot of money to commit to their health, then we're always like, hey, go pro, get the Nordic like $3,000 juicer. Why not? It just depends on kind of what you are able to do. Obviously, most people and most of our audience, and even most people at the FitLife office, they're not going to probably commit that much money to a juicer. So if you can find a juice bar that uses that, awesome, right? So that's like a very, very high quality pressing juicer. So it's something that, like here in San Diego, Vitality Tap uses that. They make their juices with a Nordic, which is nuts as far as quality. It's like the ultimate in juicing. And it's like a $3,000 juicer, so or more, I think. So it's more like a commercial, high quality juicer, though. Anyway, so you can have a lot of options for, what kind of juicer you use at home. And it's just important to evaluate, does it work for what I need it? And if it's fast and quick to clean up, Shannon, you've got the right juicer, right? If it gives you the highest quality possible, look for a masticating slow juicer and know that each of those juices, when you make them, are going to take a lot of time. Cool. All right, so thank you guys for sharing. Anyone else? Type in there. I want to know what kind of juicers you guys have. So I'm just curious. And then, what kind of things are important to you when you're looking for a new juicer? We've been evaluating a lot of different models here at FitLife, trying to find one that works well for you guys. So ideally, being able to offer you guys that at a really good price is the most important thing that we can do, right? Cool. All right, so we've got another kind of cool question here, which was procrastination. So that's the biggest thing they want help with, and I think that's a really good question, actually. So straight up, just procrastination, and that's really, really good. It's something that I think a lot of people have a really hard time with, right? So how do you get started? Here's one of my favorite ways to get started, seeing that you are a member and you're here anyways. Dig into this community. So post in the Facebook wall, hey, next week or tomorrow or today, I'm starting an alpha reset. Who wants to do it with me? I've seen a ton of really good success inside the membership Facebook wall in regards to that. So what I highly, highly recommend you guys do is ask for accountability, ask for some support. Has anyone, seen that or done that in the Facebook wall so far? That's a really, really good way to do it. So we are updating the membership once again to make it much better, and I will be dropping in a forum in there and a lot more ways to communicate and support each other. So that's something for you guys to look forward to for sure. But know that minimally, initially, one of my favorite ways to prevent procrastination is ask for accountability. And this is a question from Linda, and I worked with her personally and love her to death. She's amazing. But one thing that, I know is really important is getting that sense of community. So having someone to hold you accountable. So Linda, I invite you, even right now, I've got the Facebook wall up. I'd love to have you post in here what you want to commit to. So this is a really, really good tool for transformation. It's something that I work with our private clients on all the time. Obviously I'm holding them accountable, and that's my job. They're paying me to do that. But you have this amazing resource right here. How can you use it today, right? How can you jump in there today and start using that resource? So I invite you guys to, let's go ahead and do this together. Is everyone ready? So if you're on your computer, pull up the Juicing Animals Facebook wall. And as you guys can see right here, and I want you guys to each drop your commitment in there. So I'll post a little post. What are you committing to today, right? And we'll spell committing right, because that'll be essential. Committing to today. In the context, how about that? In the context of improving your health. And go ahead and post your commitment there. So, I'm doing the Alpha Reset Monday. Who wants to join me? I'm starting from the beginning, and I'm going to begin with doing lemon water and, one juice a day. I'm starting from the very beginning. That's what I want to do. And that's what we're going to talk about today later too. So, what is your commitment? What are you committing to? Maybe you're getting back to the basics. You're like, I'm going to go ahead and drink, 80 ounces of water. That's what I'm starting with, right? So what is it that you're going to commit to today? If you're not in the Facebook wall, post it in the app right here. Chris, Krista, Lori, Linda, Mary, what are you guys committing to, right? Shannon, what are you guys committing to? There we go. I love that. Okay, perfect. Chris, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys jump in there. If you can't, again, get in that Facebook wall, post in here. What are you guys committing to? Maybe it's something small. Maybe it's I'm committing to an hour of extra rest this week, right? Maybe it's something even smaller. I'm committing to today. I'm committing to getting outside for 5 minutes if you don't live in the Arctic East Coast right now. If you're blessed to be in San Diego, even though it's cloudy, it's warm. But, if you're blessed to be somewhere you can get outside, you're committing to be outside for an extra 5 minutes, right? 10 minutes, 15, whatever that is. So post it in there. Let me know. I'm curious. I'm very curious. And then in that way, we can hold you accountable. So So to directly address your question, hey, thank you, Krista. Perfect. I'm committing to lemon water, 2 juices a day, eating healthy, and working out 6 days a week. Dang, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Don't pull that back. I wanted one thing. Instant overachiever, actually. Clearly. Great work. This is what we want. So if you can, get on board with one other person in the group, minimally one other person. We have almost 1,500 very active members in there that are working on the exact same thing as you, which is so cool. So it's an amazing opportunity, right? Shannon's committing to actually sleeping at night. Perfect. So, does that mean winding down a little bit earlier, right? So that's the kind of goal I'm looking for, the actionable, like behavior-based goals, right? So things we can actually control. So if you have a hard time sleeping, just saying I'm going to sleep more, well, that's too hard, right? It's hard to control. So instead, what I would recommend is committing to winding down in the evening. So maybe that's turning off your, TV earlier, turning off your computer earlier, not looking at your phone, right? Putting it on silent, maybe reading a little bit before you go to bed, Shannon. So just some options, okay? So definitely look at more, behavior-based commitments. So something that you can easily do, right? Something that you can commit to via actually actionable items, right? So for Krista, she's like, hey, I'm going to work out. Yeah. I'm going to work out 6 days a week. I love that. An amazing resource that we just started using too is called workoutlab.com. Workoutlab.com. Check it out for creating your workouts this week. It's a pretty cool website. Let's see if it's actually the right URL that I gave you, Krista. Workoutlab.com. It's pretty cool. No. Workout Labs, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Cool. Workout Labs. Really, really awesome site, and really fun to create your own workouts and print them and stuff. So it really helps hold people accountable and make sure that they, are doing what they intend to in the gym. This is a obstacle that a lot of people come across when they are trying to get in the gym and do like an actual workout. It's like, well, I don't really know what to do. So it's really cool to have it pre-planned. So in that website, you can go ahead and jump in there and actually say, hey, I'm gonna work my legs today, and select a bunch of legs workouts, and they actually show pictures for you, and you can print it really easily via PDF, and it's all free. So I totally recommend if you're having a hard time getting in the gym, check that out. Okay. So Krista, check it out if you need it. Sunita, love it. Increase the amount of daily exercise and number of juices. Yes. Give me numbers. How many juices? Right? So we want some detail, right? The more detailed we can get with these commitments to break that procrastination and break that starting point, the better, right? The better you'll be able to actually hold yourself to. Better you'll be able to commit yourself to that goal, in other words. Cool. Okay, so thank you guys for interacting. It makes me happy. So that should help with procrastination, right? Linda, you've already taken the first steps. You got in there and committed, right? Who's going to do it with you? All these people on this wall are going to help hold you accountable. So I better see, Sunday, I want to see some posts. Here's my first juice, right? The biggest thing you can do is start interacting, right? So I'd love to see you post a picture of your first Alpha Reset juice that you have on Sunday. You'll have people jump in there, and then you're going to notice people are starting to hold you accountable. They're starting to ask you, hey, where's your juices? It's Tuesday. You should be on day 3. How's it going, Linda? Right? So that kind of thing. So jump in there, interact. You got to give a little bit, right? So you got to post it out there and ask for, some accountability, right? Who's going to do this with me? Who's going to hold me accountable? Got to post maybe a couple pictures of your juices, or let them know, right? So Michelle right here is a great example. She's like, hey, day 4, I had egg whites twice today and have been sick to my stomach all day. So in here I commented, I'm like, you probably don't do very well with eggs. Try a different protein option, right? Perfect. Yeah. So she's going to go ahead and try chicken and a small amount, and then add some digestive enzymes with it. I'm like, perfect. And then watch this. This is how it goes down. Perfect. Keep me posted on how chicken treats you, right? Chicken treats you. So in doing that, that's going to help hold her accountable, right? And you can do that for other people too. Be like, hey, I'm curious how that Sun Warrior You know, Lynn, how did you like the Sun Warrior? Is that really a difference today? And Lynn, hopefully you're on the next call. Don't worry about it, okay? She says sorry she missed the call today. No worries, Lynn. We'll get you on the next one, okay? Anyway, so there's a lot more ways that people are really reaching out and asking for support, and you guys can interact as much as possible and also do the same yourselves, right? So check this out. She's on day 14. Wow, look at this. This is so cool. Posting your progress, right? Imagine if you committed to posting a progress picture every single day. Imagine that accountability. Holy smokes, right? The potential. Okay, so try to do that kind of stuff. Day 6, right? Andre, way to do it. I mean, it's Andre. Don't tell him I called him Andre. Ah, okay, cool. So he actually posted a video. This is like my favorite thing. This is so cool. This is really cool. Okay, so anyways, there's a ton of ways you can hold yourself accountable here. Obviously, members are doing it. They're doing it right, and I'm totally impressed. Yeah, we love this kind of thing. Perfect. So, love Terry incredibly a lot. She says, I commit to 1 day, a detox per week, completely raw once a week. Bingo. That's what I want to hear. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's post some recipes, right? When for these raw days. Too cool. Okay, so lots of resources, right? It's all in there, and we love this kind of stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Lori asks, how do you use your frozen lemon juice? Do you have it? Do you add it to your juices? Yeah, this is actually a great question, Lori. There's a couple different things you can do with lemon juice, and definitely if you have it frozen in the fridge, I love to just drop it in my juices to, for one, make them cold, and make that flavor taste a little bit more appealing to me because I personally like my juices cold. Some people don't, just saying. But you can either drop them in your juices or drop them in water. So a really cool way to alkalize your water: freeze your lemon juice and then just drop it in an ice cube tray, right? So you freeze it in an ice cube tray. You can drop it in your water in the morning. An awesome way to alkalize your body first thing. And also, a really, really cool way is put it in your juice, right? So either way, it's an awesome use for your frozen lemon juice. And you can do either or. I love both of those options, really. So definitely check that out for sure. Christina, good to have you here. Says, just got in here. Excellent. I'd love to hear what a couple of things we've gone over so far is what juicer do you use? What do you look for in a juicer? You can answer any of these questions. I'd love that. And also, what do you want to commit to? So we were talking about procrastination, and a big thing that you can do is set a commitment right here and right now. We've been jumping in the Facebook wall obviously a lot today, and going over kind of what we can commit to as a group, because definitely having people hold you accountable is really great for procrastination. So if you want to jump in there, and I posted, what are you committing to today? If you want to jump in there and answer that question alone, that'd be awesome. And again, I'll post it in here for everyone. If you're wondering where that actual comment thread is, I just posted a link to everyone below there, okay? So that should help. You got it, Lori. Yeah, I love the lemon water for sure. So be sure to post your questions in here, Christina, if you've got some. I'm going through and answering the questions from the webinar for sure. So also, we've got from Sarah. She says, starting the cleanse, and she's just curious what to expect during the 5-day alpha reset. This is an awesome question, Sarah. Maybe Sarah is on the call. Maybe I've been calling you Shannon, and you're actually Sarah. This is the potential. So anyways, this is a great question, and definitely looking at, what to expect. We always want to have an idea of what to anticipate. That makes us feel good as people. We like to have an idea of what to expect, right? So going into the alpha reset, definitely what's something that I really enjoy encountering when I do an alpha reset or when I juice fast is that kind of like hyper energetic state. That's normally day 1 or 2. Typically day 1 for people. So depending on kind of what level of detoxification your body is going to undergo, it's normally day 1 or 2. And generally what you're going to feel is almost like an energy high, and that's being in a calorie deficit. Right now I'm pretty hungry for lunch, and I'm experiencing that, and I haven't even been juicing this morning, but it's more just that time between meals. Your body actually goes into like almost a hyper energetic state, and what that is your ability to tap into your fat stores a little bit, detoxify your body. Obviously, this is what happens when you're juice fasting, but it also allows you to have a bit more energy. And it's actually a survival instinct, as far as I know. And that allows us to basically give yourself a lot of energy while in a fasted or calorie deficit state in order to find food, right? In order to get food. So it's like if people fast a lot, if they're in a chronic calorie deficit, sometimes sleeping is hard. And that's your body's actual biological response to a prolonged calorie deficit. Basically, what's happening is your body is trying to make you survive and go out and get food. It's like, don't sleep. We ain't got time for that. We got to survive. So wake up, get out there and go get some food, right? So that's kind of what happens when we have that calorie deficit. But something that we can enjoy throughout the day is this kind of like energy high. It's almost like you had a ton of caffeine, but you were just juicing. So that's something you can anticipate, which is awesome. You may, see some low energy times. And what's really important to remember, Sarah, is that that's okay. That's really, really good. And I think a lot of people find that, they experience this like lethargic or like just totally fatigued feeling as they're juicing. There's a really good reason for that. For one, your body's going through a ton of detoxification. So it's like working through a lot of stuff. It's very challenged. Beyond that, you're in a huge calorie deficit from what you normally are. So energy intake is, for one, way low. So you're going to be experiencing some lethargic feelings for sure. Being cool with that is right on point. So what I encourage clients to do is schedule a massage, schedule like, if any activity, light walking, right? So something real mild. When I juice fast, I can hardly get through like 15 minutes of walking. I'm like toasted, right? Just exhausted normally if I'm juice fasting for real. So it's really important to listen to your body. If you're tired, take a nap. Like allow your body to do the detoxification that it's trying to do, right? If you are experiencing headaches, which may happen, that's part of the detoxification process. Headaches, kind of just feeling funky. Know that your body's working through a lot and think of it as a really good thing, but also I respect that it's not enjoyable. So something that you can do is have some coconut oil, right? There's a couple of really, really cool hacks. And I really encourage you guys to, since you are members, check out the troubleshooting page. This is a really valuable page, okay? And something that we never talk about, but it's super valuable. It's under your membership home. You'll see it here, troubleshooting. If you click on this, and I'll link it to all you guys, you're going to have a lot of, if you scroll down, all the way down, this troubleshooting page, right? This is like the most awesomest thing ever, okay? So I'm going to send this over to everybody. Here's your troubleshooting page. But inside here, Sarah, so in the troubleshooting page towards the bottom, it says tips for your juice fast. You're going to see basically the ability to adjust anything that's going on. So if you're feeling headachy, have some more magnesium, right? Maybe take that in the evening. If you're feeling constipated, you can do psyllium husk, chia seeds, magnesium. Basically, if you want to, this is for the juice cycling protocol. So a lot of it's geared towards that. But say you're really, really hungry, you can consume branched chain amino acids or even consume some coconut oil and stay in that beneficial, basically fasting state. So your body's still able to mobilize body fat, burn through a lot of the stored body fat that you're trying to in the first place, right? Improve your health for that reason, but also allow you to detoxify. So it won't take you out of that really beneficial calorie deficit if you just have some coconut oil. And you'll notice that I say 1 teaspoon. You can do that between your juices. So say you're juicing 6 times a day. You can plan on having like 3 teaspoons of coconut oil. And literally if I'm in between meals, even say I'm not even juicing, if I'm in between meals and I'm really feeling low blood sugar, I'll go ahead and just have a teaspoon or even a tablespoon sometimes, depending on how tired I am or how lethargic I'm feeling, of coconut oil. And I'll just spoon it into my mouth. It seems gross, but that's something you can really easily do, and anyone has access to that kind of thing normally. If the flavor is awful, you can always go ahead and sprinkle some sea salt and cinnamon on there to make it a little more enjoyable. That's what I like to do. So that's just some options. But there's a lot of resources in here, okay? So do look at the troubleshooting stuff. The FAQ is huge. There's tons of resources in here for sure. So definitely check it out if you are embarking on your first juice fast, okay? All right. Christina says, I use an Omega juicer. Awesome juicer. Really, really good quality. Great work, Christina. She says, I did the offer reset, looking to incorporate juicing into my daily mix. Just signed up on Drew's website and got all the information in Juicing Animals free for 30 days. Yeah, here you are. All right. Found my body morphology, I think they call it. Yeah, your body type, and just needing to read through the stuff and get going. That's what's going on for today. Perfect. Yeah, and you really want to get into that. If you've done the Alpha Reset, perfect. Your next step is probably juice cycling. That's what I'd recommend. So inside your membership, I'm going to link it to you again. You're going to see on the top, it should say My Programs. If you don't, just visit your membership home and scroll down. And you can visit it a couple different ways, but juice cycling is probably your next step, okay, Christina? So you can either check out the protocol right here, your Fit Life product, or under the nutrition tab at the top, or here, right? Visit nutrition, and you're actually going to see juice cycling in week 6. Okay, and that's going to help you really integrate juicing into your lifestyle. So that's a really, really, really good, a good resource for you. You're going to see that, after the Alpha Reset, you checked out your metabolic body type. This is going to help you decide what kinds of foods to eat. Okay, so a really great resource, and important to make sure you understand and benefit from what's in here. There's lots of content, lots of reading. That's probably what you're looking at. You're like, oh my gosh. But what I'll do is I'll link you guys this. So in here, you're going to see juice cycling. I would recommend checking that out next if you're looking at how to incorporate the benefits of juicing into your lifestyle, right? Cool. So get to reading. I love that commitment. Great work. Chris says day 3 is normally the worst for me. So we're talking about the Alpha Reset, helping Sarah out again. And that's day 3 is normally pretty brutal. It's right before you start eating again too. So you start thinking about food, and it's a tough time for sure. So if you can push through that last day, definitely I want you to soak up some of the available resources via the troubleshooting doc for sure. So if you're having headaches, this is normally when they kind of hit hard. If you're having low energy, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten food for 3 days, I'm gonna die, that kind of thing. So start with the troubleshooting doc and definitely look at your options. That'll really, really help, for sure. Thank you, Chris. That's true. Day 3 is really real tough. Lori says, I'm a beginner. Do you only consume juice, or do you combine juice with raw foods? I'm wondering about all the time rather than going on a juice fast. Yeah, Lori, this is a great question. And this is why I love to reference that the nutrition series, which you just got a link to. You're going to have to log into your membership first, but then visit that URL. And basically underneath your membership tab, you're going to see your weeks laid out. And no, I definitely don't just juice. And in fact, I rarely juice fast. Normally I'll juice fast, every couple of months or something. And that's because I love working out in the gym, and for my lifestyle, it's very hard to juice fast when I want to work out hard. I'm trying to slap on some serious muscle. So it's hard for me to juice fast a lot because it's too frequently that I'm in a calorie deficit when I do that. So Laura, to answer your question, it's really important for me to, judging by my body type and my needs, I actually eat food and juice. So, and I don't just eat raw food either. So again, it depends on your preferences, but we have a lot of raw foodists, a lot of vegans, a lot of vegetarians, and then lots of paleo people too. So we've got a really, really cool community for you to jump into, Lori. But I would totally recommend looking at kind of this nutrition series, and hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can see this. The nutrition series, you're going to kind of see an overview of what we normally do, okay? And actually, we do an overview in the Start Here tab. But you're going to see, first we get ready for the Alpha Reset. We're detoxing your body before you detox. This is like cleaning out your kitchen, cleaning out your environment, preparing your body and your mind for juice fasting, right? Then we juice fast, which is cool, really cool. We reincorporate foods towards the end of that week, right? Then I want you guys to start looking at what types of foods are going to do best for your body and your results, right, Lori? So this is where food comes in right here. So week 2 and 3, we're incorporating foods again, really looking at what's going to work best for us, okay? Week 4, we do the beta breakthrough, and this is a tough one. You don't always have to do it, but it's a really good way to detox your body from kind of toxic taste buds. It's a sugar detox, so we really do very low sugar juices, highly effective, very challenging, okay? And this is going to incorporate real food too. So it's 4 days of juice fasting with 3 days of real food. So, and twice. So it's a 2-week protocol. And this will walk you right through the whole thing, okay? Juice cycling is really how to fit in juice fasting into your week. So maybe it's, every weekend you do a 1 to 3 day juice fast, right? Or 1 to 2 day juice fast, whatever that may be. The gut fix is really looking at your digestion and your nutrition, right? So looking at how your body is doing with what you're eating. So totally we eat real food, and we definitely encourage it for sure, okay? And definitely just juice fasting can cause some real problems, and we talk about that in week 6. So we talk about kind of what those problems are. and they're pretty serious, okay? And that's, the detrimental effect of long-term juicing. If you're just juicing, right, you're missing the benefit of solid foods and a lot of fiber in your diet, right? So generally you're low protein, low fat when you're doing that, which is tough on the body long term, really beneficial short term, right? And that's why we coach you guys through this. Christina, you are so welcome. Let's see, make sure. Krista asks, how do you feel about a multivitamin, calcium, B12, and magnesium daily? I love that. So anytime any of my personal clients, my private clients, or my group coaching clients, myself, anyone I know is in a calorie deficit, that's when I say, hey, take a multivitamin. Otherwise, know that if you're juicing in conjunction with good, solid nutrition, you're totally set for life, okay? You're good. You're eating a wide variety of minerals and vitamins, and you may not need a multivitamin. Now, when you are in a calorie deficit, if you're juice fasting a little bit more, say like, a couple days out of the week, a day out of the week, even creating a calorie deficit to see weight loss, a multivitamin is really, really important. Calcium's awesome. B12, especially if you're a vegan or vegetarian, really important. And then my favorite is magnesium. So Krista, you are golden. I love that. The magnesium is huge. That's really, really important for not just making sure that you are regular while juicing, because it does help with that as a side note, making sure you have consistent bowel movements and your body's processing things, but it's also important for cognitive function, for tons of enzymatic reactions in your body, for mobilizing body fat, for all kinds of stuff. Literally over 300 chemical reactions occur because of magnesium in your body. And like 99% of people are deficient. So if you're not supplementing with it, please do. Really important. The one I may add to that, Krista, would be an omega-3 supplement, okay? So definitely if you're not consuming that much healthy fat in your diet, if you're not regularly getting salmon, almond butter, avocados, olive oil, olives, anything like that, coconut oil consistently in your diet, I highly recommend supplementing with an omega-3 supplement. And that's normally anywhere from, 400 to 3,000 milligrams a day, okay, of EFAs, which is essential fatty acids. Cool? Yeah. Okay. So Christina says, I am doing a 90-day exercise program as well. So super important would be to look into juice cycling and see where it's going to fit. What I would really recommend is even under the membership tab, fitness, you're going to see kind of our initial overview on how to fit fitness in with juice cycling and with juicing basically. And what we really recommend is on the days that you're just juicing, so juice fasting, rest. Say you're walking, cool. Say you're doing yoga, cool. Stretching, great. That's okay to do while juicing, juice fasting. But otherwise, plan your workouts on days where you're really maybe having some real solid food. That's really important. So you could do half juice fasting days daily, right? Where you juice the beginning of the day, you get your workout in and eat. Really important to pair that with your workout. Because a lot of the benefit you expect from exercise won't actually happen unless you are giving yourself the proper building blocks for that body change. So if you're looking for like a body composition change, right? If you want to see more tone or definition, tightening of the body, it's really important that you have the proteins and vitamins and minerals that are important for building those muscles and building that lean mass, right? Which will help you burn body fat throughout the day. So I would really recommend looking at a juice cycling protocol rather than just a juice fasting protocol, okay? So you're cycling your juice fasting strategically throughout your week. And that may mean that you only have 2 rest days, from your workout. I'm guessing you're not working out every single day. Then I would plan your juice fasting on those rest days, okay? Or your juicing days on those resting days. I hope that makes sense. Shannon, or maybe Sarah, says, I have absolutely no energy right now. It takes everything I have to get up in the AM. I tried maca powder. It doesn't work for me. I find Drew's energy unbelievable. And mine too, right? Yes, we tend to have a lot of energy. Shannon, are you juice fasting right now? So that's an important question. If so, I would definitely recommend adding something like, adding in some coconut oil for sure. Maybe not juice fasting as much if you have no energy. If you're looking to juice for energy, I would add it like first thing in the morning. So you're not juicing and you're like, I have no energy. That's why I came here. I want to improve my energy. I would start by detoxifying your body. So definitely in the very beginning, starting with lemon water, right in the morning, doing a juice, and then eating good quality food. So just working on detoxifying your body. From there, you're going to jump into a juice fast when you're ready, maybe a 3-day juice fast just to clear up your body of some of those toxins that are most likely making you really tired. That kind of thing, okay? So I hope that helps. Oh, there's so many good questions. Okay, really quick. Christina has no rest day. One actual rest day and a Pilates or yoga incorporated at these times. Thanks for your recommendations. Okay, so Christina, on that yoga day, that'd be a really good day to juice more. I'm still not quite on board with you juicing completely on those exercise days, okay? But you can still see some amazing benefits from doing a partial juice fasting day. Again, I totally recommend checking out the juice cycling protocol, and you'll see that your B days might be a really, really good strategy. So you have A, B, and C, right? Your B days are partial juice fasting days. Your A days are only juice fasting, and your C days are no juice fasting, okay? So I would actually recommend doing maybe, partial juice fasting, potentially a juice fast, but it's debatable. It depends on how your energy levels are, okay? It depends on how your results are. I'd always recommend that. But maybe on doing like a yoga and partial juice fast might be okay. There's so many good questions. Okay. Lori asks, I have severe RA and have eliminated certain food groups to decrease pain in both rheumatoid arthritis and inflammation. Thanks kindly for your info. As you can tell, I'm confused about juicing. Yeah, juicing's tough. I have juiced and felt great, but I wasn't sure what direction to start. I'll follow your week schedule. Yeah, check that out. That's exactly where I start you. And then, looking at the recipes and knowing what your body does well on, what causes more inflammation, what causes less. Lori, someone really, really good to reach out to inside our membership that's done a ton with RA and stuff like that, even fibromyalgia work, is Kaz. Okay, so Kaz, let's see. She's amazing. Kaz B right here. I've got someone that I want to connect you with in regards, I'm just doing this as we are on the call, in regards to RA and inflammation. If you can, jump in here and comment on this thread, okay, Lori? Let's see if I've got you in here. You actually probably know. I may have you. Lori. Yeah. Okay, so she might have some great resources for you, okay? So again, that's connecting with people on your Facebook wall. Lori, that'll help a ton. So she's your new. So Kaz has some amazing resources, all right? Get you started. But minimally, jump in the week course. That'll help you kind of get started and understand which direction to go, okay? Lorna asks, hey, how are you, lady? She says, best juice for helping bones. Husband hit head. Oh, no. Hit head on last night. Fractured wrists, lacerations, definitely needing some healing, okay? So definitely things that help with calcium. You're going to look for basic, just kind of hearty juices to start, okay, Lorna? And then what I would look at is adding lots of celery to juices. That's a really, really good one that has sodium and calcium in there. That'll help a lot. Start with that. So juices that have lots of celery, minimally, okay? And then just load it with nutrients for them, because that body's going to need a lot of nutrients. Definitely a lot of protein if possible. So if you could do some juices mixed with like a protein powder or something, would help a ton. Definitely would help. All right. Hey, Mary, how are you? She says, I was wondering how long I can stay on a juice fast for optimal weight loss. I'm planning for a 30-day and I'm down 21 pounds. This is day 17. I walk 3 miles a day, no gym yet. That's still okay. You're doing great. A broken wrist. Any good juice recipes for healing it? Hey, same idea. Add a lot of celery in there, okay, Mary? That's going to help a lot. And definitely adding in some protein powder daily if you are trying to heal those bones. Because, again, a lot of that is going to come from muscle and tissue repair around those areas that are inflamed and injured. So protein will help a lot, okay? Think of it this way, okay? The question was, how long can I stay on a juice fast for optimal weight loss? Really important. Remember, you're in a calorie deficit for a long time, and that's going to slowly decrease the speed and the kind of fire of your metabolism, right? So what I really, really want you to do is look at look at your results. So always be results driven. So although I can't stand telling clients to jump on the scale, if you're looking for weight loss, and by the way, you've done an amazing job. You're down 21 pounds in 17 days. That is awesome. You're doing a great job. You're walking a ton. Really good for your lymph in your body. Really good job. What I would look at doing is evaluating your success and your progress by those results. As soon as your results slow down, so say you plateau, I would definitely slowly incorporate food again until you're eating regular food, and then go back to juice fasting, okay? So get off that juice fast very slowly. So as soon as you start seeing slowed results, add in one solid meal, okay, that day. For maybe 3 days, then add in 2 solid meals, right? So you're gradually reincorporating solid foods. And then maybe having one juice fasting day after you're eating solid food again, right? And then from there, eat solid food and juice, not, instead of just juice fasting, you're doing a combination of those things. And then you can jump back into a juice fast again. But it allows your body to recalibrate back to eating high calories or higher calories. And then when you go to juice fast, you'll see results again. Otherwise, what will most likely happen is you see a plateau of your metabolism and just results in general, right? So if you're at that 21-pound mark for multiple days in a row, that's when you know your body is kind of plateaued. So you're adapted to that juice fasting, which is great, but it's also a really clear sign that you have to change what you're doing. Okay, Mary? So all would be results driven. It's hard to say how long that is for each person. It's going to be different. And each time you do a juice fast, a long juice fast, it will be different. I totally recommend, again, you check out juice cycling too, okay? That's going to help you strategically see long-term results while not just juicing, okay? So that'll help you change your exercise routine when you're ready and do all that kind of sweet stuff. Okay, yeah, Laura, you are friends. Amazing that you lost 46 pounds. Holy smokes, great work, Lori. I'm totally impressed and really, really, really appreciate that. Okay. Chris says, while your body is changing, what tips do you recommend to improve mindset, to exercise our spirit? This is great. Really good question. And this is the last one I'm going to take today. Chris, I love this. This is really important. Something that you always need to remind yourself of as your body changes is your mind has to change too. And this is what I always come back to when I'm describing the coaching program to new clients. I'm like, here's what makes Fit Life different. Okay. It's the idea that you change your body, like P90X would change your body too, right? But the difference is you change who you are because you start prioritizing things differently. You change your identity in this transformation process. So we're not just changing your body. We're not just changing how you eat. We're not just changing how you exercise like so many other programs do, right? Obviously, those are going to work for a little bit. But what makes this program stick and what makes the transformation process different is that you change your mindset. So literally, like every week, if you can, have a time where you can spend some meditation time, some alone time, some journaling time, where you can catch up your mindset with your body, right? Because your bodies are changing fast. You guys are losing a lot of weight. 46 pounds, right? 26 pounds, 21 pounds, 16 pounds, whatever, even 5 pounds will change your body significantly, right? And if you're not able to keep up with that body change, if your mindset isn't able to keep up with that body change, it won't stick. So it's less likely to be real, right? If your mind still thinks that you're this 200-pound person and you've lost 40 pounds and in fact you're 160 pounds, you look drastically different. You are drastically different. But if your mind is still stuck with that, if your mindset is still that of someone who is 200 pounds, you're going to go right back to that and real fast, right? And that's what happens all too often with most diet programs, right? So something really, really important is, again, weekly or however much you need to remind yourself that you are changing. Set up a time. Maybe it's on your phone. Set up a reminder that weekly you're going to jump in there, give yourself some time. Maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 2 hours, whatever it takes, where you can actually meditate and really, really visualize this new you and become that new you, right? So, for example, something just really easy to think about. Say, like last year, I was 10 pounds heavier, right? So me, 10 pounds heavier, I'm kind of uncomfortable. I don't really, like my physique. In the gym, I'm like, uncomfortable, right? I don't like how clothes fit. But me now, I'm pretty darn comfortable, right? I feel great about my body. I feel wonderful, right? So soaking up that new you're going to think about the new things that you do with this new body, really realizing how much you've changed and appreciating that change and trying to dig into this new you, right? Who is this 10 pounds lighter you? Think that through. Visualize what makes you different. Maybe it's just fitting in your jeans differently, but appreciating how you look in those jeans, right? And realizing that's really true. Most people, they're like, I gotta get new clothes. My body's changing so much. They buy new clothes and they don't think twice about it. I'd like have a big old celebration. I'd be like, yes, I gotta buy new clothes. My old clothes don't fit. I am pumped, right? So focus on that kind of stuff because there's huge benefit to digging into that new identity, right? And it's important to do. So, Chris, I invite you guys to really focus on your successes and the difference that this transformed you is. What are the differences? You know um, what makes you different? What identities and what things are you changing about yourself? So maybe it's how you handle. For me, how I am in the gym, right? How I handle my relationship with clients, right? I feel really successful, right? So I don't feel like I have to prove myself as much to them via coaching because they can see the proof is in the pudding, right? I've changed my own body very effectively. So having that idea of what makes you different, right? So coming back to that frequently, okay, Chris? Hopefully I answered your question. Um, Thanks. You rock too. Thanks for coming in. Everyone, I really, really, really appreciated you guys being on the call. Let's see, really quick. Let me get this last one. Lorna says, thanks, May. My juices always have been a lot of celery and greens as well as fresh turmeric and ginger. Yes. He's not had the protein powders, but I'll start him on the Sun Warrior. Yeah, Warrior Blend's the better tasting one, believe me, as soon as possible. Yeah, try to get that in really consistently. So he's got those building blocks for repair. Remember the vegetables and all those nutrients are going to give him the vitamins and minerals, but he also needs the essential nutrients like proteins and fats too, okay? So give him some protein shakes, maybe add some coconut oil in there, bolster him up, get him real serious, and then some, heavy hitting juices that contain a lot of celery, turmeric, and ginger like you're doing. You're doing a great job. Okay, I love you guys so much. I had a great time. I hope you guys got a lot of questions answered. This will be posted, the recording, if you guys want to reference any of this later. We'll do the same style next week, and I'm super pumped about it. Thank you guys for being here. All right, bye. Uh-oh. Still here.